Good day everyone. We are going to tackle about review papers. A review paper or review article is an article that summarizes the current state of understanding on a topic. A review article surveys and summarizes previously published studies. Instead of reporting new facts or analysis, review articles are sometimes also called survey articles or, in news publishing, overview articles.
What is a review paper? The purpose of a review paper is to succinctly review recent progress in a particular topic. Overall, the paper summarizes the current state of knowledge of the topic. It creates an understanding of the topic for the reader by discussing the findings presented in recent research paper. Aside from that, a review article or review paper is based on other published articles. It does not report original research. Review articles or review paper generally summarize the existing literature, and it synthesizes the result from several primary literature papers to produce a coherent argument about a topic or focused description of a field. A key aspect of a review paper is that it provides the evidences for a particular point of view in a field. Thus, a large focus of your paper should be a description of the data that support or refute that point of view. In addition, you should inform the reader of the experimental techniques that were used to generate the data. The emphasis of a review paper is interpreting the primary literature on the subject. You need to read several original research articles on the same topic and make your own conclusion about the meanings of those papers.
Writing a critic on a work helps us to develop a knowledge of the work's subject areas or related works, an understanding of the work's purpose, intended audience, development of argument, structure of evidence or creative style, a recognition of the strengths and weaknesses of the work. A reaction paper requires you to formulate analysis and reaction to a given body of material such as reading, lectures, or student presentations. The purpose of a reaction paper assignment is to focus your thinking on the topic after a close examination of the source material. Provide foundation and knowledge on topic. Identify areas of prior scholarship to prevent duplication and give credits to other researchers. Identify inconsistencies, gaps in research, conflicts in previous studies, open questions left from other research. Identify need for additional research or just justifying your research. The exact need of editors, journal, and authors may vary somewhat in determining how to review a journal article successfully. But professionalism is a universal requirement. When you review a manuscript submitted to an academic or scientific journal, you are filing a vital professional role in the dissemination of knowledge in your field, and the potential impact of your actions should always be considered.
There's a lot of difference between review paper from other types of paper. Generally, the review gets referred rather than the certain summaries touched upon in the review. The study points out an exception to these trend articles that are distinguished by the review as existing bridges between clusters of scholarships tend to get disproportionate or extremely large or too much in comparison with something else view interests. The review paper is a secondary source and research on an already existing report. Also, review paper is to concisely review recent improvements in a particular topic. Over the board, the paper summarizes the establishment state of insight into the topic. It cultivates an awareness of the subject for the reader by reviewing the conclusions represented in recent research papers. This is according to a 2021 study in the American Sociological Review. Papers illustrated by formal review articles commonly encountered a dramatic casualty in future references.
Elements of a review paper. This guide explains each section of a review paper and gives specific information about what should be included in each. Title page. What is the title page? On the title page, include the title, your name, and the date. Your instructor may have additional requirements such as a course number, etc. So be sure to follow the guidelines of the assignment sheet. What is introduction? Introduction, introduce your topic. It may sound redundant to introduce your topic in the introduction, but oftentimes writers fails to do so. Let the reader in on background information specific to the topic. Define terms that may be unfamiliar to them, explain the scope of the discussion, and your purpose of writing the review. The methodology section or methods section tells you how the authors went about the research. Main part of the body of the argument. This is generally the longest part of the paper. Conclusion brings everything together and underscore what it all means. Appendix or bibliography contains supplementary materials that is not an essential part of the text itself, but which may be helpful providing a more comprehensive understanding of the research problem, or is the information that is too cumbersome to be included in the body of the paper.
How to write a paper. Here's the steps. Number 1. Check the journal's aim and scope. Make sure you have read the aims and scope for the journal you are submitting to and follow them closely. Different journals accept different types of articles, and not all will accept review articles. So it's important to check this before you start writing. Number 2. Define your scope. Define the scope of your review article and the research question you'll be answering. Making sure your article contributes something new to the field. Number 3. Finding sources to evaluate. When finding sources to evaluate, Angus Craig says it's a critical that you use multiple search engines databases so you don't miss any important ones. Number 4. Writing your title, abstract, and keywords. Spend time writing an effective title, abstract, and keywords. This will help maximize the visibility of your article online, ensuring the right readers find your research. Your title and abstract should be clear, concise, accurate, and informative. Number 5. Start with an overview of the topic and give some context explaining why a review of the topic is necessary. Gather research to inform your introduction and make it broad enough to reach out to a large audience of non-specialists. This will help maximize its wider relevance and impact. Don't make your introduction too long. Divide the review into sections of a suitable length to allow key points to be identified more easily. Number 6. Include critical discussion. Make sure you present a critical discussion, not just descriptive summary of the topic. If there is contradictory research in your area of focus, make sure to include an element of debate and present both sides of the argument. You can also use your review paper to resolve conflict between contradictory studies.